All right, let's. How's everybody doing this Friday morning? Today I've been working on this script for the past 2 weeks now, and it's going pretty well. However, I am having an issue with, not an issue per se. Technically, I could just publish it, and it would be fine. Most people would like it, but I want to improve the user experience, such as progress bars or just notifying, hey, this process is done. Those types of things. Maybe verbose output. There's a bunch of different things to do here because of how it's structured. I'll get on the desktop here in a second and kind of go over this thing. But that's kind of like the function of today's live stream, is to just kind of go through this script, see what exactly is going on with it, see exactly, hey, what can we improve, and it maybe we can't. Some things like that, and some of it is just lack of knowledge. So a lot of this, when it comes to CLI stuff, that's my jam. If it's on the command line, I'm your guy. But when it comes to GUI design or UI design, and also user experience interactions and those types of things, I just, yeah, it's not my thing. And so uncharted territory. But I always like to say my favorite quote to, I always, if you ask my kids, they'll always tell you this, is you gotta fail to succeed. So we're gonna fail probably a bunch today, and I'll be watching chat. So if there's something in chat that's like, hey, Titus, you should check this out. I've been looking at GUI response, and obviously the old script would lock up a bunch because of how WinForms works. I could have put do events and things to make it more responsive. With WPF, there's something called a dispatch invoker that sometimes can give a little bit more responsiveness. Apparently, I've done a little bit of research on this, but again, I've never really done either. So yeah, look, we're about to learn a little bit, or fail spectacularly. Either way, should be a good time. And yeah, let's get on the desktop, get into it. Should be fun. Man. Let's see. I think this should be we're in Linux. Let's get over to Windows, shall we? Get some Windows on our desktop. How to download. So this isn't actually public yet. I've been waiting to publish mainly because I want to make sure I have templates so you can submit proper bug reports and feature requests and all that, those types of things to this. I should be publishing this soon. So that's the big thing. I talked about the executable for those that support. Some people don't even know this, but I do have a store, cttstore.com. Can you guess where I got the idea for that domain name? But I think Toolbox. So this is something I did so you could support the tool if you want. It's not needed. There's no special thing that happens if you buy this. You just get an executable file, and that's it. The PowerShell file, if you want to run this offline, you could technically just download the PS1 file and do it. It's all open source, so even if you wanted your own executable file, you could use PS1 to exe and create your own executable, because it's all open source. But I at least wanted to make this to say, hey, if you do want to support the project, by all means, this is it. It's about $5 for that. I may increase this in the future just because the code signing has been a nightmare to deal with, by the way. Code signing, you can see this is the old one. But yeah, the code signing for this is, oh my gosh. It's like jumping through flaming hoops after you've doused yourself with gasoline. Not fun. Code signing isn't. But I'm getting through that. I've got the organization verification and some other stuff done. But I'll eventually get through that. It's going to be like a 2-month or probably like a month-long ordeal just getting a signed executable. But once I get it done and I have the whole process in place, it'll be a snap in the future. It's just dealing with those companies overseas. I was up. I have PTSD from last night when I was talking to them. It sounded like they were talking through like a tin can, a waterfall with a really thick accent. And I was like, oh my gosh. And with like a vacuum going on right behind their chair. It was like the worst call quality in the world. It's like, I cannot understand you. And they're like, just submit a ticket. And then they never respond to their tickets. Anyways, all right, getting back into this. We got that, and we have our deal. I am using a couple different tools here with a PowerShell Tools or PowerShell Pro Tools. I really, really like that. So we can easily launch directly from our VS Code. This is where we're at. So this is the tool we have. It's pretty much done. You can see some annoyances here. Is the changing of this. This is because of how scaling works and the viewport type of thing. I may fix this in the future, but it's probably going to launch with some of this jostling around a little bit, just because of the scaling. Because you could be on a really small monitor and be okay. You could be on a really big one, it'll scale up. So I could limit this. I think in the future I'll look into like maybe a set aspect ratio or something on viewport to where it'll limit this, and then copy the settings to figure out which ratio is the best for viewing across, so it doesn't shift. You have a layout shift, which is, I know, going to bother some folks with the OCD, but the gist of it is all there. What launcher am I using to switch between OSs? I'm using Moonlight, so I usually just stream from a Windows box. I do this because sometimes I'm on a Mac doing, like, anytime I'm doing any video editing, I'm usually on a Mac, and I like to just Moonlight into my Windows PC when I need it, or when I game, or sometimes I'm on Chrome OS, because I still like my Chromebook, believe it or not. That's probably one of my favorite laptops. It's pretty hilarious, but the battery life on the Chromebook just lasts for like ever, and it's so portable. So my Chromebook's usually what I'm using when I'm just like messing around in the house and wanting to either game or just sit on the couch or something. And then inside, obviously here in the studio, I'm mostly on Linux because of productivity reasons and different workspaces. So yeah, I'm just an odd duck in that regard. So I bounce around to every single operating system. There's not a day that goes by I don't touch every single OS. So I know that's hard to believe, but that's just how I work. I have a zero compromises when it comes to my operating systems. Could you make a video covering your Moonlight setup? I've had issues in the past. I actually did make a video about setting up Moonlight for sure. Yeah. And Chromebooks have actually gotten a lot better. Ever since they released Chrome OS, I think 99 was when that really, a lot of the Linux containers came in to be much more performant. So I actually use Brave Browser and all my desktop tools that I use on my Linux box in Chrome OS. So. All right, let's take a peek at this tool. So the big thing here is, like, when you're installing stuff, I switched this up a little bit. So the last time we did a live stream, we did this. So this does all WinGit installs, and last time it would go to the host, which the host one here would be back here, or if you launched the shell script from PowerShell, it would go right host. And it would put the output here, which is fine, but let's say you're full screen. This pretty much locks up when you hit start install, and then you can't really do anything. And you can't see your host output, which is kind of annoying. You're like, where's it at? So I made it to where, let's install auto hotkey in 7-zip. You'll see what happens. We'll hit start, and you notice it popped up a new window. So it actually goes through on the new window and installs. This one's auto hotkey. It should close after the install, and then it launches another window and says, okay, here's 7-zip, and then it says, so you can actually track what one it is, and if you get stuck anywhere, it'll actually just be on the screen. And let's say it pulls up, Adobe Reader usually gets stuck, you know, because Adobe can't program to save their lives, and they're just a terrible, awful company, and I hate it, everything that is Adobe. But that's a video for a different day. You should feel bad if you use Adobe products. I know I do whenever I have to use them. But anyways, I digress. And if, let's say, you get stuck on a program, you can just exit out of that window, and then the whole script will just pick up and go. Now, I did try to do it in parallel instead of series. So this does it in series. It just goes through each program, boom, 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 pops up a new window. You can kind of see the progress and what thing it's installing, and then it has a little done box afterwards. Pretty good. I'd say, you know, obviously a little bit clunky. Yeah, you know, some folks are probably not going to like this way. Some people would just like a little progress bar that just has some lines that go across the screen. But I prefer the verbose output. So this is kind of what I settled on for this view. And then just that little W script at the end to pop up the, hey, I'm done. And then another verification is back on the GUI here. You can see all the checkboxes have been removed from 7-zip and auto hotkey. So that's what the install process looks like. I'm going to say most people use my script to debloat Windows. Probably going forward, I'll probably be more known for the install capabilities of this script, because I could see this being very beneficial for every single environment out there, as you can just, I'm just going to keep adding programs to it. So that's the beauty of this. It's going to be so much better than like Night a lot of people have used in the past. And I feel like this is a pretty solid one. So I'm not going to change too much with this. I'm going to just look at chat, see if there's anything in there. Hey, how's it going, Don? Good morning. And see what we got. Yeah. Yeah, a bulk uninstaller. I think we have Revo uninstaller here, which is a pretty good utility if you want to bulk uninstall. I highly recommend it. And yeah, what download manager do I use? I don't really use that. Signal messenger, put it in the right. I think I have Signal on here. Do I not? Am I missing Signal? Oh man, I am missing Signal. I actually use Signal too. Signal's a great messaging app. If you're ever looking for messaging, use Signal. I do not. Okay, well, we'll definitely add that. Hello from Denmark. I love your country, man. I remember watching the Do It for Denmark commercials. They were great. All right, let's see what we got. What about Matrix client? Yeah, I could probably add Matrix and Signal. I'm pretty sure both are open source and in WinGit. So that should not be a problem. Pick an option for an install drive. That's an interesting one. I don't know yet. Session is more private than Signal. You know, I haven't used Session. Yeah, Revo, I think, is actually considered... Revo and installers freeware, but I know they have like upsells to some kind of paid stuff, which I'm fine with. I mean, it's Windows. That's what's, you know, people need their money. But you don't need to use that for just the Revo uninstaller. It's actually still a pretty decent utility. But who knows? A lot of these free utilities, if you look back, you know, years from now, I bet you're going to be like, oh man, well, little did you know that company ended up blocking that and forcing you to pay them money. Yeah, I might add HighBit. I don't think I've ever used HighBit. What is that? HighBit uninstaller? Huh. Oh, IOBit. You know, I've used some IOBit stuff. I don't think I've ever used their uninstaller. Huh. That's interesting. So if we look at HighBit, let's see what we got. Is that in WinGit? Oh yeah. We could add HighBit just to have a little bit more options. Let's expand this a little bit. We do need to add some more stuff. I feel like we could add split some of this stuff out. I think we do need to fix some stuff based on what people have said. Games, I feel like, let's see what we got. I'm gonna go through. Let's expand out the install before we finalize that. I do before we move on, just because I want to make sure we get as much as we can. Let's go to the community tab. Oh, we got 500 and something comments. All right, let's go to the top one. IRFan View, Snagit, Launchy, Git. Git actually installs automatically with Visual Studio, bunch of them. I think it was Visual Studio, VS Code, VS Codium, all install Git. Sublime Text. I don't know. Does Sublime even have them? When Git search Sublime. Reminds me of the music artists from the 90s. Sublime Text 4, yeah. Ooh. This is also one we need to add. WinMerge. Oh, WinMerge is an amazing merge utility. We need to add that one too. IRFan View. A lot of people like IRFan View. I know, some people are cringing. I barely passed English class, guys. No, I don't know 2 languages. Just bad English. All right, we'll grab that one. IRFan View, and what's Snagit and Launchy? Audacity, we definitely need to add in. Search Audacity. We'll put that one in. Oh, it's a screen capture tool. Man, I got a lot of screen capture tools in here. I mean, we can. Does anybody in chat use Snagit? I have never, ever done that. Select all. You do not want to select all and install like 5 or 7 different browsers. This is, yeah, that would be a bad idea to have a select all on this screen. Audacity, I think, did something with the telemetry, Danielle. A lot of Linux people blew that out of proportion. You know, Linux politics. I don't really get into that anymore. I kind of gave up on all that. It's just exhausting. I'm like, most of those people are a bunch of hypocrites too. They're sitting there with their iPhones and Android devices preaching about privacy and worrying about like telemetry on some oddball audio program. I'm like, okay. It's kind of silly, but whatever. That's why I really don't talk about the politics of privacy, security, and a lot of open source stuff. I don't care. Ooh, Java. Ooh, yeah. I need to add Java in. How do I miss Java? We need to add that. Let's see what kind of Java we got. Oh, we could probably throw Node.js in there too. That's going to be one. We'll probably put that under development tools. What kind of Java we want to use, guys? I'm thinking OpenJDK. We could do adopt OpenJDK. I'm thinking that's what we do, adopt OpenJDK for our Java. Or do you guys want to do Oracle Java? Or do we add both? Everyone's like Java 8. Yeah, so we could do OpenJDK 8. Oracle Java actually only has 17 and 18. Isn't that funny? Huh. So we'll add that into development tools. Oh, add Flux as well, yeah. Everyone's, do we have any Oracle fanboys in the crowd? please don't attack this person. Everyone's saying adopt JDK. I think we're going to go with OpenJDK, and we're not even going to talk about Oracle. I think people just use Oracle because they don't know any better. So let's fix their misconceptions, I suppose. I don't know any benefit of using Oracle JDKs. Oracle database. Can you use it with? Have you tried adopt OpenJDK with the Oracle databases? I think the functionality is the same, but I could be wrong. Yeah, for those Minecraft users, it does not matter. Oh, crystal disk. Yeah, we do need that as well. All right, let's start adding before we get too far in the weeds here. Let's first rearrange this, make this a little bit better. We got too many things in the utility section here and too many things in the multimedia section. I want this a little more readable. I think the big thing here is we need to add development tools. So where we have documents, we're going to actually change this up a little bit. Let's just take, we're going to take that. Let's just take this, and we're going to say development tools. And we're going to take the Pro Tools. There's a couple things in Pro Tools I want to grab, which would be Visual Studio, because that just doesn't matter that much. Let's take Visual Studio, toss it into there. And then we're going to also want to grab VS Code, VS Codium probably from Document Tools. Let's break that out. I'm just going to organize this a little bit better, guys. And then we're going to start adding to our development tools. We were talking about OpenJDK. Now, really, Windows doesn't like Oracle. Oh, man. I would say, you know, as much as I like to crap on Oracle, they do make some of the best SAN systems professionally. So when it comes to infrastructure, their Oracle ZFS devices are, you know, I don't think I've ever had a problem with one. They're next level. They're amazing. So I'm surprised Windows doesn't love them for that aspect, because I know Windows big on a lot of that stuff. But again, I don't know. He probably has something better. Although I don't know if there's anything really better than an Oracle ZFS appliance. They're ungodly expensive though. They're like, I think base model's like 50,000. All right, document tools. I think we're just going to rearrange that. Let's just take that. I think I'm actually going to just add some spaces in here so we have a little bit more separation. Make this a little bit easier to maintain as well. So after our Pro Tools, media, and then just utilities. Okay. Visual C++. Yeah, let's add that in. Although Visual Studio, doesn't that include C++? I could be wrong. Yeah. All right, you guys said you want Java 8. We're going to go adopt. We're going to grab that. Oh, oops. You know what? We need to just add it into here. Development tools. We'll make Java 8. Open JDK 8. I know that's a little redundant saying Java 8, but we'll add that. And I don't know, somebody in chat also mentioned they do Oracle databases. I feel like I should just toss in one of the Oracles just so we have it. And then we also need OpenJDK 16. Is there another OpenJDK? I feel like there should be a OpenJDK 18. However, I do not see OpenJDK 18. Huh, all right. Well, it's, how do I keep getting lost? We'll do Java 8 and then probably Java 18. So this is going to be Java 16. OpenJDK, Java 16. This one's going to be actually 18, and that's going to be Oracle. And Java 18. All right, so we'll have 3 different Java options. Depending on what you're doing, you'll have those. What else we got? OpenVPN GUI. Oh man, I need that too. Thanks for the mention. Anything else before we get out of development tools? Let's grab some Node.js. There's going to be a lot of developers that are going to want some Node.js, LTS, or regular Node.js. I feel like, do we need to add LTS? What do y'all think? What do you think, chat? Do we add both Node.js's, or we just add the most recent one and forget about LTS? Or do we just add LTS and forget about the most recent one? All right, install Node.js. Both, all right. Node.js, and then we're going to take Node.js LTS. All right. Any other development tools that we need to add into here? We have VS Code, VS Codium, Visual Studio 2022, Community, Node.js, Node.js LTS, every Java. Any other developers in the house that want to add anything? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Python. Yeah, we need Python. Good call, guys. It's early. All right. Let's get some top Python going. Yeah, JetBrains is very common. That's an IDE for those that don't know. All right, we got Python. What do we got? Which Python do we want to use here is the big question. Lots of options. Iron Python by Microsoft. What the hell is that? Huh. JetBrains, PyCharm. I don't really even see an original Python installer here. That's kind of weird, right? All right, yeah. Python 2 and 3. Do we add 2 and 3, or are we just grabbing 3? Yeah, everyone's saying 3. I haven't used anything with 2 in a while. Why not just link Night? Well, Night uses, it's kind of janky. Like, Night has a very limited set too. So this is going to be far better than Night. It's going to have many more programs, but also, Night has to download an executable, and then you run the executable, and then it installs in the background. It's just not very versatile. So, you know, Night is fine if you go back 10 years in time before Winget, Chocolatey, Scoop, whatever package manager you want. But actually using WinGit to install this is so nice. So the beauty of this is you could just do like a WinGit install, an upgrade. So let's say we wanted to upgrade all the programs we have installed. We could just go WinGit, upgrade, -- all. And then it would literally go through everything on my computer and go, hey, you need to install all these programs, and it just automatically upgrades it. So there you go. We got all these programs that are getting installed right now. It's upgrading every single program on my system. Why would you use Night is the better question. Because you don't know any better. That's why. No one uses Night that understands WinGit. Like, it's not a thing. Like, yeah. No. Night is garbage in 2022. All right, everyone's just saying Python 3. So anyways, yeah, all my programs are updating automatically. That's pretty cool. That's weird. What's good? New privacy guard. I don't even remember installing that. GPG, I was probably doing something with some keys. Some of this I need to get rid of. Blitz I don't use anymore. Back when I was doing some League. All right, probably some Python next. Ah. Yeah, 99 and CC cleaner in 2022 equals joke. Agree. Yeah, that's 10 years ago. Those programs were great. I used them all the time back in when Windows 7 launched era. They were good programs, but now, no, they're really not. It's not something you really want to use in present day. I'm just gonna go ahead and upgrade all my programs. Maybe I should add. Should I add an upgrade button to upgrade all? Maybe we do that. So because some people aren't gonna know that command for WinGit. Let's add. Should I do that in tweaks, config, or just do it in install? JetBrains toolbox. Yeah. Yeah, let's do an upgrade all button. I think we'll just leave it in install. Because, I mean, it's all... this install tab's all WinGit anyways. That makes the most sense to me. Alright. We're going to call this... install... upgrade, and we'll call this upgrade installs. All right, and then let's fix some of that margin. You see how those buttons are way off? Can we blow this up a little bit? Yeah, so we need to fix those margins a little bit. Let's probably do 20, 0, maybe not 0. Let's put that at like 5. And probably 20 again. And then comma 5. And then we'll do the same for down here. 25, 20. Comma 5. Bring those up. People are gonna want to. So there's a problem here. Nah, I guess it's not a problem. Even if they check everything, we'll we'll go through and uncheck it for folks for the upgrade process. You don't need to check anything. You just click upgrade installs. I feel like we should have some kind of documentation. We could probably do a context menu. I think there's context, right? Do we have context? Content. Context menu. Opening. So, upgrade all existing programs in let's just say upgrade all existing programs. What does that give me? Oh, context menu does not support converting from string. I don't know how WPF does. Oh, is it hover or tooltip? Oh, yeah, okay. Good call, guys. Probably tooltip. Yeah. You guys are right. Upgrade all existing programs on system. So then when you hover over, it should say that. Man, it kind of makes me want to add tooltips for everything, right? Let's do a tooltip for the install, right? Install all checked programs. Oh, that's cool. We're gonna have to add some tooltips in here for our upgrade here. Or is it hover? Ooh, that's a good question. Is hover okay, no, it's tooltip. Yep. For WPF, it's tooltip. And then I think on hover, we might need to do something in the PowerShell. I don't know, though. Hard to say. Or it could just be a function for C#. I don't know if it'll work. Let's grab that and take a peek. Okay. But before we do that, let's we changed our development tools. We added Python, Node, Java. I think someone else mentioned like JetBrains is what we need to add. We got VLC upgrading. We just upgraded TeamViewer. So this is why you don't use Night. So look at all these programs that it's going through and upgrading for me. Do you really want to go through and upgrade every one of these programs like manually? I mean, are you a caveman? So that is why we don't use Night. This is so much better. It's going through 22 programs and upgrading them for me while I'm doing other stuff on my system. I'm not paying attention to it, which is nice. All right, let's go search JetBrains. JetBrains. I know people love their IDE. JetBrains Toolbox, I think, is what folks like. I've never used it, so I'm just kind of doing this for other folks. IntelliJ. I know IntelliJ is used a lot. Any devs in the house with any input on this? Which JetBrains do I use? I'm tempted to do IntelliJ Community and the Toolbox, maybe. DDU is not part of Winget. I already looked at it. I could probably do like some kind of DDU pulling from some servers, but yeah, I'm gonna have to manually do all that because it's just not part of Winget. Community Edition IntelliJ. Okay. Toolbox has everything. Okay, cool. Toolbox is enough. Sweet. JetBrains Toolbox is what we need. So we'll add that. Development tools. That's going to be after Java. Oops. Just grab that. install JetBrains. And then we're going to go JetBrains Toolbox. All right, cool. Ooh, Atom. Yeah, some people swear by Atom. Not a big fan. You know, I'm one of those plebes that uses Visual Studio, VS Code, or Codium. Search Atom. Yeah, GitHub Atom. We'll add Atom IDE. So this is going to be Atom. Raz, thanks so much for the super chat. Oh, Sublime too. Yeah, Sublime needs to be added. That should cover most of the popular IDEs out there for those developers. Dino IDE. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Or Postman. GitHub Desktop is... Oh, you know what? I think GitHub Desktop is somewhere else. Let's see where I put that. I know I have it in here. Where did I put it? Oh, I put it under Utilities. Yep, let's grab GitHub Desktop out of Utilities. That should be under our Development Tools. Perfect. What else do we have in here? Just seeing if there's any development tools kind of scattered. I kind of wanted to package all these up. All right, I think it's fair to say we can take games out. We're gonna put that into the middle column. All right. And then I think someone said they wanted to switch up PuTTY and break out PuTTY at SCP since Windows Terminal now supports native SSH and some people don't like to use PuTTY. I still use PuTTY for serial connections. So if you ever need to go through console to like a network switch or something like that, PuTTY actually still comes in handy. But WinSCP, oops. We need to break that out too. And I'm starting to get too far ahead of myself. We need to make sure I don't add too much here because I do want to fix the code before we move on and add any more. Postman and Examp. I really hate Examp. Like, I'm not going to install Examp just because you shouldn't be using it. Learn Linux. I want to force people to learn Linux. If you're using Examp, just don't. Install WSL or get a Raspberry Pi, something. But Examp is, it's not 2010 anymore, guys. You need to be learning some kind of Linux and using WSL because Examp is awful. And nope, I refuse. You can't make me put that on my tool. You can fork my tool and put it in yourself. But I'm not. I will deny a pull request at Examp. I draw the line there. If you're not familiar, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. XAMPP it's like this janky environment to add a LAMP stack or you know, a PHP, MySQL, and PHP, MySQL. Why am I drawing Apache? I think, yeah, Apache, PHP, MySQL, all into your little Windows box. And it was fine back in the day, back when people were using like IIS and crap for web development. It was awful. Hopefully nobody here in the audience has to deal with IIS, and if you do, my condolences. That's just awful. But yeah. MPV player. Oh yeah, I need to add that. Do you see suggestions issue thread on GitHub. Yeah, I have to look at that, Sam. I'll take a peek before we get going too far. I just kind of want to, let's go ahead and focus on getting this part done, and then we'll move on. I'll pull up the issues thread too before we're done here, Sam. We could add LibreOffice into the Documents tool as a thing. I think that's part of WinGit. How we doing on our installs, by the way? Yeah, I was actually in Visual Studio. Exodus, Caden Live. All right, we're moving along. WinGit search LibreOffice. All right, we will grab LibreOffice and throw that into Documents tool. Document tools. I think we can just toss it into here. LibreOffice. LibreOffice. Okay. No more tools right now. So don't yell at me to add any tools just yet. Let's start adding here. So before we get too far behind, I want to start getting some of these knocked out. So first up is Atom. We'll go back into our toolkit. Probably a more efficient way of doing this, but pretty much streamline this. So we have the start here. We got Adobe. We'll put Atom in here. Atom. Atom. Come back over to here. Let's find Atom over here, which is just GitHub. I didn't know GitHub made Atom. I didn't know that was their publisher. That's cool. All right. Calibre. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Calibre. Oh, man. I'm getting back into reading a bunch. Just so sick of all the other stuff on the internet right now. Books never lose their flair. Okay, GitHub desktop already did. OpenJDK, we do need to add Java 8, 16, and 18. So let's take a peek. That's installed Java 8, 16, 18. Let's go ahead and add those three into Java. Let's go to the J's. If I know HIJ would be right in here. Wow. Oops. What do we got? Image class 1, 2, 3. That's a little funky. Oh. Oh, that's so terrible for my OCD. All right, Java 8. This one's going to be Java 16. This one's going to be Java 18. Again, we'll grab Java 8. Java 16. Java 18. Then we need to fix those three. Let's take a peek at our, was it in here? No, that was Python. Java 8 with hotspot. That's it, yeah. So there's Java 8. It's just going to be this guy. I think this is just Java 16. And then Java 18 is going to be the Oracle version. 18. All right. Those have been added. Then we got JetBrains Toolbox, Node.js, and Python and Sublime. So that's 5 more, and then our development tools will be pretty much rounded out. Yeah, we already got OBS Studio. Check WinFetch, NeoFetch Alt for Windows on GitHub. WinFetch, Martin, thanks so much for the super chat. I will check out that. That sounds awesome. How far? Let's see. I'll install that real fast and check it out. Another fun little Windows utility. Not that I like to plug Microsoft on this channel, but usually I just bash on them. They do have a Windows Admin Center, which I've been tinkering with. It looks to be free, and I don't know. I'm kind of tinkering around with it. It kind of looks like a cool admin tool for those Windows admins out there. I think it got released a couple years back. It kind of reminds me back when they did, oh, what was that tool? I used it and it was awful. And it feels like they retooled it and then made Windows Admin Center, which is a bit more streamlined. Don't know enough about it yet. Maybe, nah, I doubt I'll do a video on Windows Admin Center, but interesting. An interesting admin tool for those sysadmins out there that have to deal with Windows. Yeah, we're using PowerShell. That's pretty much the entirety of this script is all using PowerShell on the front end here. What's going to happen if it's installing Moonlight while I'm using Moonlight? Does that even work? I'm curious. WinFetch. Kind of want to install WinFetch. Oh, is this going to kick me out? Meh. Yeah, there it went. I was like, uh-oh. Rutro Scoob. Yeah, voice meter actually got added, I think. Okay, it's still responsive. Sad face. Well, what do we got? VNC probably. Let's pull that up. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. We got a full reboot during that update process. Ah. That's okay. I think I had autosave turned on. Oh, sad face. Dude, not cool, man. Oh, this isn't Windows, it's Linux. Dude, not cool. That's why we don't upgrade every program while we're live streaming. At least it's not on my stream PC. I think it... No! Oh no, I don't think there's any autosave in Windows Visual Studio. Crap. Oh man, that's gonna be a big sad face. I don't think I saved at all. There goes an hour of work. Ah. Yeah, Bitwarden's in there. I did add that. Right now I'm just doing a ping. We should see like a timeout, and that tells me it's rebooting. These headless systems, typically this is what you do in a, yeah, when you start to see destination host unreachable, it means it's on its post. Let's see how long it takes for this to post. It's kind of like a way to look at your progress of it. Yeah, look at that. It came right back up. So once that comes back up, we can launch back into our VNC, I believe. Yeah. Once this logs all the way in, this caution symbol should come out where we should be good to do a Moonlight stream again. See? So that's kind of how I manage my headless systems. Oh, that sucks. Painful. Please tell me you saved. Oh, good. All right, cool. It auto-saved. We didn't lose any work. Oh, geez. Oh. So good. All right, cool. Today's gonna be a good day. Yes. Today is gonna be a good day. Wacom tablet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I went ahead and saved again. Auto save. Yes, for the win. That's hilarious. All right, well let's not do any more WinGit upgrades and just upgrade 22 programs out of the blue. Although I do want to. There was something in here. Let's. I'm not gonna be using Blitz on my League of Legends. I have not been playing League of Legends. I got away from that devil evil game that darkens your soul. All right, cool. Got rid of that. I just wanted to remove that. Oh, but all that. Oh well. We can just do a WinGit search again. That's what we lost, really. Is I like to kind of spool up kind of what I'm doing with a WinGit search, but again, not a big deal. JetBrains, Node, Node.js, Python, and Sublime. 5 more entries. I think we could add all that in right here. I'd like to keep this alphabetical of some sort. We're gonna just do Node.js, and we're gonna do a Node.js LTS. And this one's gonna be Node.js LTS. And WinGit search. Node.js. Oh yeah. We need to do Signal for sure. That's weird. The regular Node.js did not pull in. Huh. Okay. Or no, it did. Kind of weird on the ordering of WinGit there. Oh, it's separated Node.js and Node.js LTS. Oh well, all good. So we got Node.js. Moving on. JetBrains we also do need to grab as well. JetBrains should actually be backed by Java. And this is going to be JetBrains. Grab the toolbox. And we're just going to toss that in there. I like how much more streamlined this is because I used kind of like functions to add this. I forgot to mention when I did how I program this. I should probably stipulate for those that actually care about the programming aspect of this toolbox. I created this as a generic list, and then I'm adding these programs to this generic list. So it's all contained in one variable. Now, most people you'd use arrays for this type of thing, but because how PowerShell works, when you're interacting with an array, it can be a little taxing on your system. Or let's just say, I don't think it's proper, at least how I learned PowerShell, you shouldn't be constantly adding things to an array. So I added it all to a generic list, just doing this add command. So it goes through, adds everything to this generic list. As we can see, we got quite a few programs that it goes through and adds. And then at the end, it converts that generic list to an array. So then the array gets established. Once that's done, it goes through for each node in that array. It starts a progress to just kind of go through and open up the window, maximized, wait for the window to complete, and then go ahead and say, okay, we're good. It adds it to the winget result list. And then comes back and just kind of runs through everything in the array. Once that's done, this gets spit out, and that list, the results, get put to an array, and that gets outputted to the console. Most people will not see this. I was thinking about doing like an out grid. I've used in the past when managing servers, but I couldn't find a way to like intelligently do that in a GUI, and I was just like, oh well. The options there to add like we could do like an output to like a CSV file if people want some more auditing with the system. I just wanted to add that structure, even though most users won't even see it. It's there. So we could easily take everything that is installed and kind of expand this out a little bit more. But in the meantime, I was just like, we'll just do an OK box and just say, hey, install's done, and then it unchecks everything. I feel like there's a missed opportunity here, and I might come back to it. But for now, I just kind of wanted to get it done. Just my thought process when doing this, designing this tool. When you look at the old debloat tool, this is what I was doing when I was installing. And I always thought this was real hacky and just bleh. You know, I had never really enjoyed this method, and writing text into a text box using WinForms is what this one's doing. And this way, I think it's just much more cleaner, and it just has so much more options and expandability to where we can easily add and remove pretty much anything on the fly without changing thousands of lines of code, which would be cool. Hey, India. How's it going, guys? Love y'all. Put an all option in the custom. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is all just PS1 files too, by the way. Checkbox or gray out when it's installed already. Ben, I would love to add the gray out option. The big thing with Winget that's a little disappointing is it will just reinstall the same version if you go to install it again. So it's fine for debugging and things like that, but I really hate the fact that Winget doesn't see that something's already installed and just say, hey, it's already on the latest version, go to the next. So that's a bug in Winget. So Microsoft, like, how is a billion or trillion-dollar company now? Microsoft's a trillion-dollar company. Sorry, excuse me. How do they not have like some guy? If my only job was to manage Winget, I'm pretty sure I could get that done in like a day or two. Like, how has that not been coded in? I don't understand the general incompetence there. But anyways, I'm sure it'll get added someday. Anyways, once it does, the script's already good to go. All right, here we go. Where were we at? Last thing we added was the JetBrains toolbox. Moving on. We already added Node.js. I think we just have Python and Sublime left. Let's double check our code. Open Node.js. That's good. LM in Python. Putty. Ooh, we also have WinSCP. Before I forget, let's just take this, copy it. Let's go down to WinSCP. All right. Okay, W comes after V. Oh, okay. All right, WinSCP. It's too funny. All right. Someone asked to break out Putty in this. Let's accommodate that request real fast. That's done. Now we can go into Python. Is it Python 3? I think we did add. Oh, I don't know if we can add numbers. We'll just say Python. Kill that. Did we say Python? What did we do for that? Development tools. Oh, we did say Python 3. And you can add numbers. What was I thinking? All right. Python 3, Python 3. And Python 3. All right, Python's done. And then Sublime is the next target on our list. Let's grab it. Sublime. All right, and winget search Sublime. We're almost done with the tedious stuff here. Sublime 4, I imagine. Let's go ahead, add that. Oh, please show us your watch. It's an Apple Watch. I am going to do a video on Apple sometime. One of these days. Some things I tried it out just because I haven't used Apple in a long time. Little known fact is I actually have an Apple certification for, I think, OS Tiger. That would have been like mid-2000s back then. And I think that was back when Mac had a server product for business back then, and I was like the residential Mac guy. Even though I didn't use Mac, I was like the guy that would repair them. What torrent client do I use? Usually, I think these days Deluge is kind of what I like to use because I like everything CLI and daemon based, or daemon based, however you say that word, and then I just kind of leave it. So I rarely actually interact with any kind of torrents. Yeah, I actually did a video on installing macOS on a Windows PC using OpenCore. I need to talk more about virtualization, because that's where most of the future is going to be when it comes to like Hackintosh stuff. Virtualizing is going to be your best bet, and it's pretty simplistic. I kind of wanted to do a big dog install of probably would end up using for a bare metal hypervisor, probably Proxmox. I really like Proxmox. If you're just like not doing it for a business and you kind of want to just have a view from monitor perspective, Proxmox is probably the easiest setup for full virtualization. I'd probably want to put like Windows, Mac, and Linux all on the same box. Yeah, Proxmox is fun. I mean, if you're a YouTuber, I mean, it's pretty much a must. Because it's so easy to virtualize everything, and it has a really good output, like Spice and stuff. Most of your commercial products like VMware, Hyper-V, Zen Server, I guess, or XCP-ng, all those are really good products, but they're more for like headless design, so they don't really care about the output, because a typical sysadmin wouldn't care about the output. So that's why Proxmox is probably best, because if you do care about how your desktop looks, Proxmox has Spice client. Now you could add Spice to some of those and make the output decent, but it's kind of a headache where Proxmox has it just kind of like built in, and it's just like, yes please, give me 1080p output. Makes it a little easier. Audio, yeah, I go back and forth all the time. My favorite mic is an actual Heil PR40, which this guy right here, I don't have it hooked up, mainly because I still have a bunch of background noise, and if I could get a legit studio with a really good sound treated room, I probably would go back to the PR40, but I have just so much background noise that I ended up switching back to my SM7B just because of the issues I kept having with background noise, where the background rejection on the 7B is just stellar, but it adds a little too much of a boominess to it. So the PR40 has a more authentic and has a little bit better like mid-tier EQ. I love audio. It's like one of the things that I was horrible at when I first started, and it's something that I've really just love so much about this. Like, oh man, to think back when I first started and I was just using like a Razer headset with a Logitech webcam when I was recording my first videos. I was like, oh well, I know a bunch of stuff. I'll just make a video about it. How hard can it be? And I was sadly one of those guys that was just kind of like, I know more than these 20-year-old YouTubers. I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. And then I realized real quick, YouTube's about recording yourself and having good audio and video, and then the knowledge kind of comes after that. So I had to learn all of it. It's kind of cool though. I loved the experience for it. So needless to say, I'm not very critical of other YouTubers these days. I'm like, yep, that could have probably been filmed better, but yeah, a lot of factors with that. All right, Sublime text is in there, and Sublime over here. So we're done with development tools. Oh, WinFetch, man. Thanks. You gotta keep on top of me. Search WinFetch. Yeah, let's see what we got. Huh, it's not in Wingit. Let's see what we got. WinFetch. It's on GitHub. Oh man, it looks cool. I think it's just so new. It hasn't made it in there. Oh, it doesn't have a binary. Does it require compilation? It's so cool. All right, let's go to installation. Oh, it's on Scoop and Chocolatey. Oh, All right. Let's install some Cocoa on our system, shall we? Oh, I already have Chocolatey on this system. Okay. Huh. Well. I think we might have had a bad commit on that WinFetch. I guess we could also grab it from PS Gallery. Yeah, that's the one. Chocolate has a little bit broader reach, but a lot of times it ends up not being as good. Scoop usually is pretty good. Let's try Scoop. I think I have it installed. Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm an idiot. there's a greater than symbol there, Chris. Read your error output. All right. WinFetch. What was the command? Huh. Okay, let's go back to usage. Feel like I'm right there. Might need to just close the prompt and reopen it. WinFetch. All right. Let's just close that prompt, reopen it. WinFetch. Ah, cool. Look at that. NeoFetch. What's this? Can we add? Oh, crap. I'm on Windows 10. Oh, all right. The one thing I like about Windows 11 is the default to Windows Terminal. I really like Windows Terminal. I always miss it. That's cool, though. Oh, NeoFetch is available on Windows now too. That's cool. It's kind of funny how all these Linux tools are starting to pop over to Windows. Kind of interesting. All right, so we have Sublime. Let's move on. We've added all of those tools into our box. We separated PuTTY and WinSCP. I feel like there was something else I added into here. I'm just gonna look through just to make sure. Maybe not. No, I guess not. Probably the next thing I would do is possibly a communications one. Break some of the communication, because multimedia kind of is a catch-all right now. I probably would switch that out to communication, throw like Discord and Zoom and some other ones over into here. We'll add Signal, Slack. Yeah, let's do that real fast. Just add a layer, copy. And we'll call this one communications. Communications. Yeah. Communications. Instead of doing these tools, I think people know it's tools. It seems a little bit redundant. A little fluff. Get that. Then what we're gonna do, take this guy. Let's go up a couple. and then paste that. And then we're going to take... Let's see how much we got. So we'll start moving the communication tools over. Zoom is the first one out of our list. Old Zoom. Sadly needed. I don't like it, but hey. It's what the world uses. We'll grab Discord next. Put that into communications. Communications. And there we go. Let's make that alphabetical. All right. It's done. Yes. Sweet. All right. Sorry. Just got up and left. But I got some food, so that's good. All right, Discord and Slack was the other one. That middle section, we're gonna have to chop that down a little bit. That's kind of a problem. Slack, and then we're also going to need Signal. We'll add Signal. What was the other communications people use? Matrix as well. I think we'll add Matrix. Any other programs y'all can think about? Matrix. Oh, people still use TeamSpeak? Ventrilo? Mumble? I don't know. I mean, is that really even a thing anymore? Jitsi? HexChat? I'll throw HexChat in there. Yeah, HexChat's pretty good. Is that on here? Let's see. HexChat. Yeah, HexChat's there. Let's add it. HexChat. This actually should be Matrix. I use TeamSpeak daily. Oh my gosh. Okay. ICQ. Man, I remember ICQ. That's like from the 90s. Skype. Ugh. Skype even in here? It's like spyware at this point. I know people use Skype though. Yep, Skype. Wait, no. I don't see Skype. Oh, no. There it is. Yep, Skype. I'll add Skype. Ugh. I know a lot of people use it. Skype definitely needs to go away. Teams. Oh, yeah. We'll probably have to add Teams, too. Talk about. Look. Yeah. Teams is there. Let's add Teams. Microsoft. We'll just call it Teams. Teams. Look. I guess we could call it Microsoft Teams. All right. Picasa. I think Picasa's gone. I think Google gave up on that project. Yeah, we got Slack. We got Discord. We got... I think pretty much everybody that uses Teams is forced to by their company because the company cheaped out and Microsoft basically gave it away. Yeah, Picasso's dead. Yeah, you should switch from your Picasa. I'm not going to add that. I used Picasa back in the day, though. It was really good back when it was actively developed. Yep, forced to use Teams. I'm with you there, man. I don't think anybody wants to use Teams, but inevitably, you have to sometimes in business. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, we already have Zoom. Yeah, I guess I should change KeyPass to KeyPass XC. A lot of people hit me up for that. Everything search is already there. RoboCopy is just command line. I'm not going to add that. It's actually built into all Windows. Alright, we got Hex Chat. I guess we should add some antivirus. Although I don't even know what antivirus... I'm not sure what antivirus we do have. Yeah, we have PowerToys already. What's your suggestion for password manager? I mean, I personally use RoboCopy, but I know that's a closed source. Most people like Bitwarden. Bitwarden's a good one. I like RoboCopy because of the automation tool that it comes with. But again, it's a paid product. You know, try them. Try several. Try a handful of them and see what you get. Just make sure you don't... The one thing I'd caution people about when it comes to password managers is pick one that is not part of some kind of like internet suite. For those that use like Norton or NordPass, I think has one. Don't do that. Like you're bundling products in with. It's just password manager should be a standalone thing, and I caution people from using these bundled things. So don't be using Nord or Norton or McAfee has one. Oh my gosh. I hope no sad soul has to deal with that, but I'm sure it happens. Dashlane's okay, yeah. Dashlane's good. I think a little bit pricey. Dashlane, I remember I looked at the pricing, I was like, eesh. Yeah, definitely, I think Dashlane's the most expensive. So I don't think I'm so cheap I didn't actually consider it, but I think it's good. not LastPass. LastPass, I kind of, it's owned by, some big VC firm bought them out along with like LogMeIn and all that, and it's just I can't get on board with LastPass anymore. 1Password's okay. 1Password, Dashlane, Bitwarden obviously, Keeper, KeyPass. I use Robocopy. All those are pretty solid because they're all independent password managers. That's the big thing. Okay, Terracopy we got to add too. But let's finish our communications. I think this is a pretty good communications tab we have going. A matrix, let's grab that. Oh my gosh, matrix is not in Winget. Let me see. Matrix. I don't think this is, I mean, I know it's open source, but I figured it was on like GitHub. Oh, I think it's too fringe. All right, Matrix is getting deep sixth. Never mind. Delete. Goodbye, Matrix. You're gone. Signal. I know Signal's on there. I've been having problems spelling search today. Signal. Oh, Element is? Oh, Element is Matrix. Okay, thanks, guys. It's like, man, I can't believe that's not on there. All right, cool. Never mind. You get added back in, Matrix. Matrix. Let's just grab that in. Copy. Paste. I feel like I should have my Vim binding extension on here. All right. All right, Matrix is in. Moving to the next one, which is Signal. Come back to Signal. Where are you at? Signal. All right, Signal. Did I already search for Signal? Yeah. Open Whisper Systems. that's a funny name. All right. Yeah, I can't believe 403 subscribers. Agreed, heat stroke. So weird. Yeah, I'm from the USA. I've kind of bounced around a little bit here. Originally from the Midwest area, moved south when I was in my 20s to Texas. But I've seen and done a lot around the States. NSIS. I don't even know what that is. NSIS. Let's see what that is. No scriptable install. Why does this ring a bell? Where do I know NSIS from? Quick script generator Windsor. Huh. Can't say I've ever seen or used this. Looks a little archaic. Probably leave that one off, actually. Yeah, we already got WinSCP in there. All right. You have a question regarding Active Directory? Go ahead and shoot. I know a thing or two on Active Directory. Tool to audit Active Directory. See who's using a weak password or if the password was leaked before. Ooh, that's a good one. I would say there's audit tools for that. I know in many Active Directory instances, you can see a lot of times when users start getting locked out a bunch, you know that that password's probably compromised at that point and they need to switch their passwords. But as far as auditing it, I know you can audit how old the password is. The passwords are stored encrypted, so you can't really... I think there's some variable in PowerShell to determine the complexity of the password, but I know that's just from a global standpoint. You can issue complexity requirements for the password, but it's not retro. So if you already have a user with weak passwords and you upgraded that complexity requirement, that can be problematic. It's hard to say. Yeah, but to answer your question, no, I don't know of an exact tool for that. Matt, do you have any good guides for SCCM or a SQL install? I don't. I kind of, System Center, I kind of get away from. SCCM, I absolutely hate. So I kind of steer clear of it any chance I get. SCRCPY, yeah, that's a good one for those Android users out there. That's amazing. Software to automatically download all required drivers. I actually did a video on that, All Might. I was a Snappy Driver Installer Origin tool is what I was using for that. Really good, open source, and very solid for installing all of it. Yeah, don't use the original Snappy Driver. Use Snappy Driver Origin or SDIO tool. It's really good. Yeah. The original tool, I want to say, there were some shenanigans. I don't know exactly all the background on it, so I'm not going to tell you, it's bad. But I'm going to say just use the installer Origin tool. What do you use instead of SCCM? Yeah, I mean, SCCM makes things easier for you in most instances, but I don't really use anything other than like group policy and just keeping that tidy. So I that's what I use for most of my automation installs and keeping things up to date. But I know a lot of sysadmins, probably the biggest thing I can say to anybody out there with Windows servers that have to manage them is please, if you're going to do something in group policy, create a new policy. And that's so important. I've run into too many sysadmins that just dump everything into like one or two policies, or they edit the default policy. And I just want to take them out back and do bad things to those people that do that. That is just evil and bad. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Create a new group policy for everything that you do. You're going to install printers? Create a group policy called installing printers. If you're going to limit that policy down to like Windows 7 machines, put Windows 7 install printers, and then, do the limitation for it or limiting the scope of that. Always do a new policy. But yeah, that's what I usually do. Group policy is kind of my jam. Should do a video on Wusus offline. I need to use that. I have not. Hey, don't spam chat, All Might. You should add shortcut I use it for editing my videos. Yeah, Shotcut's good for a lot of basic edits. I still like Kdenlive a little bit better than Shotcut, though. All right, getting through this. Signal, Skype. All right, Skype's next. Right here. Skype. Yeah, a lot of people love DaVinci Resolve, for sure. Hey, HGH, how you doing, man? Things have been okay here. Yeah, DaVinci Resolve's considerably... Well, it's a professional software compared to Kdenlive. Kdenlive's, like, good for those that want to try and get in. I did my first 500 videos with Kdenlive, but it's very basic. Kdenlive's not suitable long-term if you want a more professional video, for sure. Everything search is already in here. All right, we got Skype in here now. And then, of course, Teams. Blech. Teams. All right. All right, communication tools, done. What else we got now? Going through. I feel like there's some. You could probably break apart utilities a little bit more, maybe. I think KeyPass was one that people wanted to change that to KeyPass XC, I think. We could actually just change that over here. KeyPass XC. Having problems with search. KeyPass. And KeyPass XC, so that's this guy. All right, KeyPass XC is in. Rufus or Etcher? I kind of like Rufus more than Etcher. Etcher's good though. Putty is in here. Yep. Oh, Audacity. We've definitely got to add Audacity to our multimedia. That's one thing I don't think we've done. Is there anything we can break out of multimedia? I feel like we should make like video player its own its own deal. Or maybe audio. Or screenshots. There's so many screenshot tools we have in here now. Let's see. Audacity is definitely got to be added, though. Go ahead and add it. Ah! Keyboard got away from me. All right, Audacity's in there. Background soundtracks from Harris Heller. Stream Beats. Copyright free, amazing music. Big shout out to him. He didn't make any money off of me because I downloaded all his stuff. So I always try to give him at least one shout at every live stream. Yep. Most people, like Heatstroke, that's been in the chat for a while, he knows. I mention every live stream. I at least try and mention him once. Because I just love that background music. Better than a lot of the paid stuff. Yeah, you can use the debloat script on Windows 11, Windows 10. Both are sufficient. All right, I think we're done with this aspect of things. One thing I did want to look into, moving past all this, I might come back, clean this up before I finalize, but I think for the most part, we have most of the stuff in here. One other thing I added to it is this install upgrade button. Let's come back into install. Ooh, WPF install button. We're gonna need to add. We'll add it below this one, which if we look. And this is gonna be install button. Install. Crap, I don't even remember. What's the object name? Install upgrade. Yeah, that's fine. Upgrade. Was that caps? Yes, caps. Oh well, I'm gonna leave that. All right, install upgrade, and then when you click that button, we're going to launch a new window, much like we did with this one. So we're going to change what this does. So we'll do start process here. Boom. And this one's going to be a winget upgrade -- all. And then let's add a little button here, which would be, people are gonna know. I'm not gonna add a button that says done. Well, maybe, because they might walk away from their computer. Let's do it. All right, so this will just do an install upgrade all button. Done. Shall we run our script and see what we got? That should pretty much complete our programs here. clear event viewer logs. We could add that in the tweaks section. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, a lot of the WinGit, I like to go and pipe it through Microsoft Store. I know some install scripts like to use the MSI bundle executable so they can use it on LTSC systems. I may stipulate that, and I would defer to the store because Microsoft stopped releasing the MSI bundle package. So I might add something for LTSS compatibility, but right now it's not compatible with LTSC if you haven't already installed WinGit manually. All right. That should be good. So let's see what this does. We're going to go right here. We're going to go ahead and close this guy. We're going to launch. And uh-oh. We have Houston, we have a problem. Oh, dirt. Okay, I'm an idiot. Let's I never took this and did it. Oh, such a goob. All right, let's come back up here. Where am I at? WPF. Oh, you know what? I was trying to do like a grid view formatting. We actually don't need any of this. I was looking at handling the output a little bit better to make it cleaner. I was looking at a couple different functions, but we're not going to use that. All right. Sorry. Back to here. Let's just paste that guy in. And then, yes. All right, so this is the new layout. A bit ugly, I'm not gonna lie. Looks good on the stream though. The spot for my webcam. So we're gonna do upgrade installs. Let's see what that does. Now we just did a giant upgrade. Let's see how many programs the WinGit upgrade does. Before we do that, let's save. Close. What else we have? Visual Studio Code. Let's close that out. GPU Z. TeamViewer. TeamViewer didn't upgrade. Let's see what happens this time around. Curious. When is your project finished? When I'm done. I really need to get it out soon, though. I've been obviously not making as many YouTube videos, which is problematic when it comes to YouTube. You have to at least do probably, I think to have a healthy channel, 2 videos a week. And I have not been doing that lately. I think this week I've only done 1 video. And I still haven't done anything for tomorrow, which I do need to get into. But I hope to finish it hopefully today. But I don't know. Hey, Captain Sinbad on YouTube. I love him. He's great. He's the only other guy I know that did, I think he did full time all the way above 400k subs. So I'm not the only person that still works a regular job over 400k. Although I think he now does YouTube full time. Do you have plans on making any kind of tutorials? Yeah. I always do tutorials usually. Oh yeah. GitHub thread. Let's take a peek a bit at that. See what the issues are on GitHub. I have cleaned up a bunch of stuff. What is going on with my time? Like, it is not 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. Let's go over here. Does look like this is working pretty well, the upgrade all button. Oh, man. Yeah, if you get like the executable that I do, it's more for promotion and just to kind of help fund development. But if you don't want to just use the PS1 file, you can use the executable on anything. But it's again not ready yet. The executable will probably come after the PS1 file is finalized. All right, that looks done. Did that crash? Oh, that's right. I closed out of VS Code where I launched it. Oops. My bad. All right, let's run that again. Let's start the install upgrades. Let's see. I did not get to see that run correctly. Hopefully this time around it will. See, it's always TeamViewer and Calibre. It's not upgrading those properly. All right, sweet. That did work. All right, install tab complete. I'm going to call this right now. We're obviously going to add stuff to it as time goes, fix any bugs or things we have, but this one is ready for done. It is completely. Now, this right here, the tweaks, let's take a peek. This, I'm pretty sure, let's go through our GitHub issues because I know Sam was talking about that. Let's see if there's anything in here that we can take a peek at. Installer issue. Let's see what that is. Huh. This one's saying that it is not doing... It's not installing the terminal correctly. That's interesting. Looks like a bug with WinGit. Sad face. They'll probably fix that though. Problems with random shutdowns. Yeah, usually I do hibernation off, but there's now an option in the new one, so you can pick that. Stuck showing. This actually got fixed in a bug. Yeah, I already merged this. Yeah, let's close issue. So I was like, yeah, I did add something, some more recent versions of Windows. When doing descriptions or details on Task Manager, it would lock up, but I already fixed that. Browser hijack on Windows 11. What the heck is this guy talking about? It creates some kind of back door. Man, you need to stop smoking all that dope. It does not create a back door. Yeah, 127.0.1 is a local host, so you're backdooring yourself. Oh, that's funny. Let's go ahead and read. This could be some humor here with the old GitHub. Oh my gosh. Okay. Any updates on this issue? Oh, goodness. I still don't know what he's talking about. That's weird. That's pretty darn funny. I'm going to close that issue, though. That's just more for humor than anything else. Git.io links will stop working soon. I'm familiar with this. I am going to be doing a redirect directly from christitus.com for this next one, as Git.io was sunset. So, which is fine. Git.io is a URL shortener for those that don't know. GitHub, I think, shut it down some time ago because some people were using it maliciously. That's why I think for the next one, it'll be just christitus.com, because I own the domain and I control the redirect. So I never have to worry about, the URL shortener get hacked or redirected or whatever it might be. It should be good. We could add this right here: accept package, accept source agreements, and silent. I don't know about the silent command. I kind of still like things being verbose, but I kind of like that. What did he do with this pull request? Let's take a peek at his pull request. I think he just changed too much, and that's probably why. Let's see what he did with the winget command. This VM resolution, block telemetry. All right, where is debloat? Load differences. Oh yeah, it was a nuke the world commit. That's why I denied it. All right, let's see, what did he do with winget? Yeah. So what he did was accept source agreements, accept package agreements, and silent it. I think that's a good thing, all in all. I think we'll add that into our default winget subroutine. There we go. So that'll be an improvement. Let's come down. Now, obviously, you can tell this code's a little bit cleaner because instead of each one having its own thing, I kind of already foresaw that being one of those things. Now, when we add that, we do it with the E and then the actual program name. Just make sure we get the syntax correct. So that should make winget not hang up on us. I like it. And let's move on. Oh, check out issue thread 335. Okay. Issue thread 335. Tweak suggestion. Add take ownership context menu. That's good. Remove the... Oh, okay. Enable disable the administrator account. Enable GP edit for home editions. Ultimate Performance Plan, that's a good one. Man, these are all really good. Enable God mode. You know, I don't think I've even used this. I've seen a couple articles about it. Huh. Yeah. It's like this old... I mean, there's probably some cool utilities and stuff in God mode. It's kind of funny. We could... Let's give it a whirl right now. Let's take a peek. Let's go new folder. Let's view show desktop icons. Okay. I mean, that's kind of a neat... What do you guys think of God mode? I feel like we don't need to do a folder to get there. I think we could bypass that. What happens if you just do it in the run command? I feel like we could just make a button for this. What if we do Chris? Oh, no, I guess you need to do the folder. That's interesting. People use it. Everyone's like, it's kind of neat. I don't know if I'd use it. I'm just looking at it. You got your sys restores. You got autoplay stuff. I'd probably use iSCSI initiator. I do use iSCSI drives, but I know I'm very small minority. I doubt I'll use this. It's interesting. I could easily make a directory for people that want it. I mean, yeah. Hey, Sync Center, I remember it. Seems kind of archaic though. I mean, most people, like, if you want to do this, first let's get rid of these. It's like I can't deal with desktop icons. Like Windows Firewall. I feel like you should just know the run commands. I could add the buttons for it, like some of the big things in there. But the big thing, like most of what's in God mode, you just type control in your run box, and then you get the old school. This feels better laid out and would have access to most things in the God mode folder. I don't know why you'd want just a huge listing in a folder on your desktop. I don't know. What are your thoughts there, chat? Does anyone actually use it other than just enabling it? Because I feel like people would enable it and then never use it. That's my impressions of God mode. It is a cool name. I'll give it that. There's a lot of good stuff in this thread. I'll leave that open. We're going to come back to it. A lot of these PowerShell crashes too. This will usually get resolved by, let's see. Yeah, most of this get resolved because instead of running it from the host, I'm going to be actually creating a new window to run whatever program or tweak. Speaking of which, when we look at how this one runs right now, let's close these. When we run these right now, when we hit run tweaks, it's actually pushing it to that. Pushing it to the host, which is less than ideal. This is where I'm thinking right now how I want to show people what's the script doing when they do the tweaks, or if we even want to show them. Right now it's just running to host, which is fine, but if we were doing like an executable file from this PS1 script, people would have no verbose or no verbose output. So we would need to fix that. Jacket's good if you're into that type of thing. PowerShell version probably 5 or above. Most, if you're in Windows 10 and above, I mean, you're gonna have PowerShell 5. I think all the way, like, I want to say like 1703 comes with PowerShell 5. I think Windows 11 started with PowerShell 7. Most of these are pretty old commands that I use, because I learned PowerShell long time ago. Back, I think, probably PowerShell 2 and 3 days. I mean, if you want to use Windows without any browser, you could do invoke web requests to grab stuff from the internet. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Technically, you don't even need a GUI to use Windows if you want to do like Windows Core. The main problem that Windows Core has, if you wanted like a very isolated Windows system, is most programs have Explorer dependencies. Like, I wanted to make a game box, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to use Windows Server Core for it. And everything was going well, but a lot of games have dependencies on Windows Explorer. And Windows Explorer doesn't exist in Windows Core, therefore most games don't work. I think I had problems with like Steam, and I was just like, oh, forget it. I'll just debloat a Windows install than use core. But all these things are possible. PowerShell is a bit... That's going to be a long tutorial to do PowerShell. That's for sure. Probably at someday I need to. All right, let me think about this output. How do we want to do it? Because right now we're just writing to host. I feel like write host could be something better. Or maybe we push it into a new window. We could do that. Open this into like a new new PowerShell Windows tab. I don't know. Essential tweaks don't take very long though. That's the thing. I am curious to see what I want to do here with this. So right now I made it kind of modular with the tweaks where it would just run each like subroutine basically as it goes through and says, hey, is this checked? If so, run this. Feel like there's something I could do here. I think changing this write host, I don't necessarily need to make like these things verbose, but I would like to give kind of a user an update of what's happening on the foreground. Again, it's not necessarily needed, but it's just like it would be a nice to have. So all these write hosts, changing things around to put that output somewhere else. And I can't put it in the base GUI because the base GUI will lock up as soon as this script runs. So that means it won't reflect any GUI changes. But I could probably do a new window and just say, hey, here's what's happening. I don't know. I don't know on that. This is where my expertise end and the trial and error start to begin. Because normally when I do stuff, it would be in the background and I don't want to tell the user what I'm doing. I would like to just to happen. And that way their life is better and they don't even know I helped them. Usually that's how I roll. So that's why I don't know how to do this part. Now, we could do like a progress bar in a new window and then just say, here's where it's at in the tweaks section. Or do we just spit out our write host into a new window? I feel like we should do the spit out because progress bar is just pointless. I just, you know, all it does is say, hey, your computer's doing something basically. Sam, you could probably do Windows 11. I'm still rocking Windows 10 on mine, but pretty soon I bet my game stream box I'll upgrade to Windows 11. But I think it'd be fine to upgrade to Windows 11. Nothing bad's happening with it. Let's see. Output PowerShell script to new window. Let's see what happens. Now we could send it to a CSV file. We could output it to a certain file. We could write the output to something different. Let's see. What do we have in here? So we got write host. That puts it to the console. Write error and debug. I don't think I've really used that much. Write information. Write progress. That's a progress bar in CLI form. So that's not GUI. Write verbose. What's that? Yeah, I feel like write output, but again, I could, this is just gonna, I don't know. There's also run space considerations we need to take into account. If I can pull or get the process and then write that out, just not sure how to do it. Oh, okay. God mode command explorer. Oh, thanks, Alec. That's a good little command. So I could make a button for God mode. That'd be cool. I like that better than adding a folder on the desktop. All right, let's come back here. Let's see. We're redirecting the data without. We want to change this out host, which I think it's just write host is what we're using in the script right now. We want to change that. So we want to redirect it to somewhere else. What are our options? Get process, out host, paging. Not really what we're looking for. Discarding output, that's out null. Printing output, out printer. I don't think we need to print this. Out file would save it to a file. And that's it. This is probably just going to be a start process. Oh, yeah, no. That's how you do it. I guess I could have answered that article, but I'm not gonna. We could do like a write out file and then like create a new window that pulls the CSV file into a grid maybe. That's one way of doing it. But I mean, at this point, we're starting to get kind of lost in the weeds. I like a more simplistic approach to this. What's this guy doing? Install module. I've never used the watch module. What is that? Interesting. I don't know. Chad, have you ever used watch module in PowerShell? I have not. It's interesting. Not probably what we need. So what PowerShell does have, is there new? It has something called, I think run space, get run space I've used in the past. So typically you'd get the run space. I think there's a way to make, if I could pull the run space from the host, maybe I could mirror the output. I don't know, I'm reaching. I don't feel like that's the way to go. This is why I hate GUIs. It makes everything so much more convoluted and complex. It's like, it's so much easier if it's just in command line. It's silly that out of all that, there's something like out window. Yeah, that sounds good. This guy's wanting to do win forms, which we're not going to do. I think there's also something I wanted to look up. I think it was WPF dispatcher invoke. This is a way of doing like multi-threading so the GUI doesn't lock up. Maybe we could add like a progress bar, at least something. I just don't know. I'm just not sure on that one. And this is all C#, it looks like. The main issue with I think dispatcher invokes mainly meant for those actually coding directly in like an executable. I need everything to run directly from a PowerShell command because I don't want anybody compiling anything to run my script. I want it just all to run seamlessly. Let's see, PS1 file. Let's see if anybody's done it in a PS1 file. Oh man, these are old. This guy's using background worker jobs. Can you make a CLI version of the tool? Yeah, CLI version would be super easy. That's it. It would take like maybe 30 minutes, if that. So yes, I can. Let's see here. Is there anything in here? I'm just looking at the chat here. See if there's anything. Yeah, I already checked, Sam, if Steam could work on server core. It just is missing too many dependencies. You're gonna run into major issues. I tried it. I was like, oh, that'd be a great video, but no. Yeah, I totally could, Sam. Yeah, make sure you guys don't spam chat. I just put somebody in timeout for just repeating the same question. All right. Well, I think I am gonna just try and try and figure this out, probably offline, because it's probably not very entertaining just to see me go back and forth here, trying to figure out how to probably do this in a PowerShell script, and make a functional GUI, or, you know, I might just say screw it and just say, hey, you're just not going to get any output when you click on essential tweaks past the host shell, which I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth on it. We'll see. Thanks, Sam. Yeah. I'd like to curse a lot more than while I do this, and I can't do that live. Yeah. All right. I think we'll probably just end it here. I'm going to keep looking at this. I want to get this verbose output done. If I can't, I probably will go ahead and push this live. And if you guys like to support this project, by all means, go over to cttstore.com, and there's the Windows script that I'll push the executable over there if you're interested in that. Otherwise, don't worry, it's all still free and open, and you can grab it from GitHub. The GitHub repo will be WinUtil. I will be changing the repo. I will not still use Win10 script, mainly because that repo is named Win10 script. And I don't want to use that anymore, because the one question I get is, does this work on Windows 11? Yes, of course it does. And I want to change that. So we'll see. Once I get everything finalized, obviously I'll be making a YouTube video. I hope to get that done very, very soon. As soon as I possibly can. But I don't want to tell you it'll be tomorrow. That's what I'm shooting for, and it's not looking good. Let's just say that. I would need to have a lot of roadblocks kind of clear up for me to be able to get it tomorrow. And yeah, that's where I'm at. But thank you guys so much for being in chat. All the suggestions really help make this tool better. And hopefully this will be the last stream I do over this tool for a little bit at least. And I get this finalized before next Friday for my next live stream. So we'll see where we're at. So thank you all. Take it easy. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you in the next one.